This video is brought to you by Your Company Mobiles. For all of your business, landline and mobile phone requirements, check them out at yourcompanymobiles.com. What's up YouTube, Adam here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you my full review of this. This is the Synology DS1513 Plus. Now this is a 5-bay NAS device, meaning that it can take a full 5 SATA or SSD hard drives, and the real reason that I went ahead and got this particular one is because of this, the new Mac Pro. Now as we all know by now, the new Mac Pro really doesn't have hardly any kind of expansion internally, so it really is up to you to go out and specify your own storage to apply to the new Mac Pro. Now, like I say, I went for this particular one. I always opt for Synology devices because they are just absolutely fantastic. I use them in my work life as well as in my personal life, and I've really had very few problems with them, and I've really only got very positive things to say about them. Now let's take a little bit of a tour around the 1513 Plus. So first of all, on the front we have a whole host of little LED lights telling us the status of particular items. We also have the power button as well. Now all of the drives are hot release, so you can just simply put them in and out by just removing the cage that they come included with, and you can put up to 5 4 terabyte drives inside the 1513 Plus. Now also, if we come round onto the back, we've got a whole host of ports, including the power input, along with 2 eSATA ports, some USB 3, USB 2, and also 4 Gigabit Ethernet ports. Now this particular device can actually go up to about 200 megabytes per second in terms of writes, and 350 megabytes per second in terms of read. You can do that by actually using link aggregation on those 4 Ethernet ports. Now also, I use this for all of my surveillance for cameras such as these little FOSCAM units that I have placed strategically internally and externally around the house. Now the great thing about the Synology range is the DSM, which is the Synology operating system. It's a web-based operating system. As you can see, it's very attractive, very usable, and absolutely no problem to navigate whatsoever. You can configure your own workspace by dragging the most frequently used icons onto the desktop, and it works pretty much like any kind of operating system that you might have used before. Now this one, very attractive, very easy to use like I said, and also very functional. Now what you can do inside the actual DSM operating system itself is completely configure the device, but in addition to that, they also have something called the package center. Now inside the actual package center itself, you've got a whole host of free applications that you can just simply install by using a one-click method. Now in here you have things like Plex Media Server, VPN servers. You've also got the ability to install a whole bunch of web services, including things like WordPress. You can set this up as an iTunes media server, a cloud station, a whole bunch of different things that you can do inside the package center. And like I say, it's extremely simple by just enabling one-click installations. There's also a whole host of applications that you can put onto your smartphones, both for iOS and Android, in order to connect up remotely and get access to your Synology box, as well as having a whole bunch of functionality inside this operating system as well to set up the storage. Now if you want to, you can even configure one of the disks as an SSD cache. So if you insert one SSD disk into one of the 5 bays, you can set it up as a cache, and all of the hot data or most frequently used data will be utilized via the SSD, and then it will be backed off to the SATA drives as the information or data gets that little bit cooler, or obviously not used quite as much. In addition to this, we also have a whole bunch of widgets that you can actually add to your home workspace, giving you the ability to have a very quick at-a-glance view of all of the information that you might need to have very quickly. Things such as the performance, the storage utilization, health, all of those kind of things that you just want to look at very quickly and get a broad overview of exactly what's going on your device at any one time. Now, something that I use frequently, as I mentioned earlier, is also included, and that is the Synology surveillance server. So in here you can actually add all of your CCTV cameras, you can configure motion detection, you can configure times, schedules, and you can also configure sizes in terms of the maximum amount of space that you would like any one of your actual CCTV recordings to use, and then you can just play back and watch the media as and how and when you want to get all of your actual videos back and view them nice and easily. Anyway, that is my review of the Synology DS1513 Plus, and to summarize my overall opinion, this thing is an absolute beast. I'm totally overwhelmed with the performance, the reliability and the functionality of this device yet again from Synology. If you want to, they do a whole range of different devices from 1 bay all the way up to a whole bunch of more bays, and you can check those out in the video description. I've left a link down below. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya. This video was sponsored by Your Company Mobiles, providing SMEs throughout the UK with mobile, landline and converged solutions. Visit www.yourcompanymobiles.com or call 0800 038 5363.